big pharma patient advocacy organizations are often engaged by commercial teams, whereas at small and mid-sized companies, they may not have a commercial function or not one that's capable of performing that role. Who should be responsible, at smaller companies for engaging patient advocacy groups and individual patients?
This is just a great question, and there's a couple of answers. I mean, first, it's all of us, and we all have some sort um, of outreach to patients, whether it's through our own families and friends and networks. We have an experience that we carry with us, and that's valuable to be communicated and not forgotten, because we all have um, that direct impact in how we convey information. Um, I can really speak better for the small company than the large company regarding this answer, because I've done it a few times. It's incredibly important in rare disease that you have the patient advocacy groups involved and working with you as you're developing your protocol, and you know where you're going to develop your drug, because there may even be regions that are very important that you need to hit in rare disease. And I just cannot underemphasize the role of patient advocacy groups in that. For me, this has typically fallen to the clinical operations team to initiate and coordinate, but it could certainly belong with the clinical development team as well. In biotech, particularly in startup, you're often very small teams. So it's whoever is developing that protocol is really the group that needs to be saying who's responsible for patient advocacy, patient input as we design this. And then there are grassroots efforts where you're really getting the information from the clinical sites themselves. You're seeking that feedback from the principal investigators, not only through their knowledge, but through an interview process with their patient pool. So you can do it that way as well. At Alto, we're lucky to have a clinical innovation team that actually does this. There's a huge effort through outreach that's run through an IRB program, and we are seeking that patient engagement and patient feedback really from the outset as a critical goal for us to make sure that we're incorporating that piece of things, and did it in a very cost-effective way. So there are strategies for every size company to be bringing in this element.